What to do, YouTube? Welcome to Hip Hop World. It's your boy Poppa Benji. We are back with another reaction today, man. We got the case with YNW Melly, man. Fredo Bang gotta fucking tell his side. This is getting critical right here. Let's tap in.
Et al. Versus Jamel Demons et al. This is taken the Circuit Court of the 17th Judicial Circuit in for Broward County, Florida. The case number today is CACE-20-017735. Today's date is September 26, 2024. This deposition is being held virtually. The court reporter today is Nealana Jackson on behalf of Magna. The video operator is Carl Starkweather on behalf of Magna. At this time, could counsel and others please introduce themselves and state who they represent?
John Phillips for the estate of Christopher Thomas.
And Aaron Papero on behalf of the co-plaintiff, Philip Holodeck.
Mark DeCalden and D'Amica Davis here on behalf of Frederick Givens.
Good morning, Scott Kagan on behalf of two defendants, 100K Management LLC and Jameson Francois.
My name is Tom Lynch. I'm the special master for the depositions, I think for other discovery matters as well.
Okay. Is that all? All right. At this time, could Ms. Jackson please swear in the witness, and after which we can proceed with the deposition. Thank you.
Mr. Givens, would you raise your right hand to be sworn, please, sir?
I'm a witness.
You're the deponent? Yes.
Not of any particular thing, just for purposes of the deposition.
Oh, okay. That's just the word y'all use. Okay.
Okay, sir. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Whenever the attorney's ready, I'm ready.
Thank you so much. Mr. Givens, my name's John Phillips. I represent Juvie's family, so Christopher Thomas. Look, I've gone through a lot of your stuff. We're gonna have a lot of questions for you today, but it's gonna be fair. And you've got two attorneys and basically a judge sitting here that's gonna keep it fair. And I'm cognizant of you having CRP, right? In one of your interviews, you talked about CRP.
Yeah.
For everybody else, that's courtroom phobia.
Yeah, phobia. Yeah.
Good. Yep, this about to start it all, bro. I seen a little clip of it. He was looking a little anxious in the video.
News is we're not in a courtroom. Looks like you're at your house.
Same shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Is anybody there with you today?
My dogs.
Okay. Well, I don't think they're going to coach you too much on what to say, so we should be good there. Look, if you don't understand any of my questions, stop me and ask, right? Because I want to ask questions that you understand and get this dang thing over for you as soon as possible. I'm in Jacksonville, so I suspect there's going to be a hurricane ban coming this afternoon. So I don't feel like sitting here and picking on you during the rain either. But my client and Aaron's client and all of the parties here really depend on truthful answers and trying to understand what we can about what happened back in October of 2018. I also realize it's a long time ago. So with all that being said, would you state your full name for the record?
Frederick D1, Thomas Givens II.
Okay. And what do you go by?
Some girls call me.
This would be an actual deposition. First, for one, he said, "Am I a witness?" That took me out. He said, "Am I a witness?" Then he said, "You can't make this."
Freddie, BDF, Fred. I be rapping. When I be rapping, they call me Fredo.
Okay.
Bang or something.
What's your stage name? Fredo Bang? Okay. How'd you get the name Fredo Bang?
From my partner. He used to call me that.
Okay. And were you named after the kind of, or I guess associated with the other rapper Fredo?
Yeah, you've been watching my interviews.
I've watched every single one of them.
Boy, he done did his homework. What?
We're gonna play some of them today and kind of go through everything. But if you've said it, I've probably watched it over the last couple of weeks.
Okay, I'll get it to him.
Ain't that
So,
a motherfucker up?
You've done a great job. As far as you're aware, you've never been charged with a crime related to what happened between, or I guess what happened back in October of 2018, correct?
Objection to form.
Have you ever been charged with a crime related to any of this?
To this case or something?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Okay, very good. And do you recall a woman named Christine Bradley?
Never heard of it. I don't recall.
Do you recall meeting a prosecutor for the state of Florida in this case?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. And do you recall whether she offered you what's called immunity, meaning if you talk, they wouldn't prosecute you?
Whoa.
Objection to form.
And I'm also going to object, and I'm going to instruct Mr. Givens to assert his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
About whether he met with Ms. Bradley and was offered immunity?
That wasn't the question. The question was he offered immunity? If that's what you're asking, if that's the question you're asking, I want to warn him into going any further with that, if that makes sense. And it's his right, and he can assert it, and the judge can rule on it.
Certainly. Let me make the question clear. Do you recall whether you were ever offered immunity in exchange for giving testimony in this case?
And I'm going to instruct the witness to assert his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
As to that question,
y'all trying to indict him early, bro. Y'all gotta slow down.
I'm going to ask that he answer that question.
What the question was?
Do you recall whether you were offered immunity in this case?
I think I was. I can't really recall.
Very good.
And John, so I'm sorry, just so the record's clear, John, when you say this case, you're referring to the criminal case, not the civil case.
Obviously, yeah. Anything related to, what happened, I think I said it the first question, what happened back in October of 2018.
And Mr. Bang, if you remember something, please state that you remembered. If you don't remember, please don't.
When I be saying I think I remember, I really think my head be kind of like, especially that I just woke up.
Okay. In the next series of questions are kind of ones I ask everybody, so don't take it personal. But are you under the influence of any medications or drugs or marijuana or alcohol that would affect your ability to testify today?
Yo, why they he got some good ass lawyers. That's all I'm gonna say, bro.
Nope, I'm sober as a 3-year-old.
Very good. Me too. And so I want to talk, I don't want to belabor and over talk the situation, but have you ever been convicted of a crime?
Yes.
I'm going to object. I'm going to ask that the witness assert his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, and I'm also going to request.
Why is Fredo looking like that?
He nervous.
He's like a big ass kid.
He nervous, bro. I be nervous. I be playing with my hands. I have a pen. I be clicking that bitch, flipping that bitch, the whole court case, motherfucker. You got me fucked up. I can't smoke or nothing. Shit.
Sitting there, what the world?
Move to strike his response.
I can't do nothing.
Your response, sir?
No,
hold on. Counsel.
This is background information about his ability to testify about whether he's been convicted of a crime in a prior incident. I don't see how it has any bearing on his Fifth Amendment rights in this case.
Objection, that wouldn't come in trial anyway.
As to that particular question, I agree.
It absolutely would come in at trial, because that would be one of the first questions we could ask. You ever been convicted of a crime
a felony or a crime of dishonesty or false statement? And he could say yes, and how many times. So this is a discovery deposition. We should absolutely be permitted to ask him if he has any felony convictions.
And I know he has a felony conviction, and that was the next question.
Well, I'm going to instruct the witness to answer then. You're right. It's a discovery depo. Sorry.
Really?
The reality is the terms of what happened in those prior instances might be something that's objectionable as far as whether or not what Mr. Pero discussed as far as was he convicted of a crime, felony, etc. That's something that it could be asked.
He said yes already, though, so y'all can move on, right?
Agreed and admissible at trial. So,
and that's actually wrong as well. We could actually get into the facts of the prior crime. If he's already pled guilty to that, it's not like he would be incriminating himself. That would be double jeopardy. So we can ask him about prior convictions. We can ask him about the specifics of those prior convictions. This is a discovery deposition, so it shouldn't be any problem getting into any of that.
I agree. Go ahead. I'm sorry, sir. Go ahead.
That nigga like, no, what?
Sir, I cut you off. I'm sorry, Mr. DeCalvin.
I would say that wasn't the question, but I'm glad to. At this point, I forgot what it was, but I know that's not what it was.
You should have your questions written down, sir, if you want to keep it a buck.
Mr. Givens, have you ever been convicted of a felony?
Yes.
Tell us about the felony you were convicted of.
Which one?
Objection to form.
The first one.
What?
I got convicted all at the same time, so I don't really know which one came first.
And what was the underlying facts behind the felony for which you were convicted?
Underlying facts, I got arrested and I pleaded guilty. I did time. Came home on parole.
What was the felony? Attempted murder?
That was one of them.
Damn.
What were the other felonies, as you recall?
Illegal use, stolen firearm, battery.
And my understanding, you were incarcerated for 2 to 3 years and then released on parole. Is that correct?
I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Fredo looked like he just woke up.
He did. He just said it.
Like he just woke up.
He just said that.
Yes.
You got off of parole in 2023. Do you recall when you got off of parole?
Y'all asking him some shit that happened about 9 years ago. If you want to keep it a buck, nigga, I wouldn't remember a goddamn thing. Nigga, read y'all notes. Y'all got all the interviews and all the information.
I think so. I'm not sure.
I'm sorry, what was that?
He said he wasn't sure.
Thank you.
When did you first move to South Florida?
Moved or start visiting?
Moved.
I think I became a resident in the last couple of years. I can't really say that I moved in here for years because of legally not legally allowed to move here.
Oh, because of the terms of the parole. Right. In a lot of this is discussed in your interviews, and you know, my understanding is that at some point your management was in South Florida, so you
Hold on.
He agitated. He nervous. You gotta know when somebody like a little nervous and having a little anxiety. Right, y'all bringing back shit. You get what I'm saying? Like y'all could potentially reopen the case. Like no cap, with asking mad information. You feel me? And the nigga could answer some shit. You feel me? Not knowing, well, knowing but not knowing at the same time. So it's like it's good to have them lawyers on standby for you, especially on this type of case.
What the world?
Mm-hmm.
That's a yes.
Yes, sir.
And again, I'm not trying to pick on you, but
no, you good. You good.
Taking stuff down and
Yeah, you good. I'm just still waking up. You good?
That's fair. That's fair. And how did you first meet Jamel Demons, aka YNW Melly?
For a feature.
Okay. Do you recall which song?
We ain't doing that the first time we met.
Okay. Did you meet through track?
I can't say if I did or didn't. Probably. I can't really say if I did or did not. Can't remember.
And my understanding from the interviews is that Track wanted to be your manager.
He has before, but I don't know if it was at that specific time.
He wanted to be your manager, or he has been your manager before?
He has wanted to be my manager before.
Okay.
But
do you know how you first met Track, or how Track first kind of came after you?
Can't remember.
Well,
Yeah,
recruited
mad
you
long
as a
ago.
client. Do you know when that all happened?
Can't remember.
Okay.
Shut up, guys.
This nigga doing mad shit.
What is Top Boy Gorilla?
A rap label?
Is it a label you own?
No. Label signed to. Free.
Let me just do this. I'm going to play some interviews, and then I'm going to pause them and ask you some questions during them to try to speed some of this up.
That boy dancing.
Do you recall doing an interview in December of 2018 with Vlad?
I did a lot of interviews.
See, that's why I be saying, bro, Vlad TV is the feds, my nigga. They gonna have every video upon Vlad TV, bro. This shit is crazy, bro.
I can't say when I did them.
Okay. Who was Vlad?
Which Vlad? I know a lot of Vlads.
Okay. Do you recall the media member or interviewer named Vlad that you've met?
I done met some Vlads.
Was Two-Face Bang your first release?
Oh shit.
When you say release, you gotta be more specific.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So, I got to tell a jury of, people that aren't in the game about how some of this stuff works. So let's just get into it.
In the game, in the music industry?
Yeah, the music game. Yeah. What is a mixtape?
Mixtape, that's a bunch of songs on one tape.
And who does it get released to? How does it get distributed?
However you put it out, distribution company, YouTube.
And I guess in the, old days, it was actually a tape that was kind of passed around. Now we've got Spotify, we've got YouTube, we've got other streaming services that you can post that stuff up to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Type shit.
And explain to me how you distributed Two-Face Bang. Explain to me how you distributed Two-Face Bang.
I didn't. The labels did.
Okay. Who were you signed with back then?
The Lights Global.
Okay. And in this interview that's released December of 2018, you talk about having Melly as a contributor on that.
A feature, yeah.
Yeah. And when was that recorded?
I have no idea. Can't remember. Sometime before the tape came out.
Okay. And with that feature, did you do a contract deal?
I'm not sure because at that time, my label was kind of like doing it in a what's the word I want to use? Unprofessional way as far as putting out music. Well, it wasn't structured completely in the proper way. Let me say it wasn't structured properly. So recall if they did the proper paperwork on it or anything like that.
Do you recall whether that feature that Melly did was done with you in studio or whether you guys did it separate?
If they did the proper paperwork on it or anything like that.
Do you recall whether that feature that Melly did was done with you in studio or whether you guys did it separate.
What y'all think Fredo's writing in the phone? Because he obviously texting on Instagram. He probably on Twitter talking about Glow or something right
there before, but just not that time.
Yeah, probably so.
Okay. I think you told one interviewer you've been in studio with Melly either hundreds or thousands of times. Is that correct?
Can't recall it.
Okay. We'll attach that video as Plaintiff's Exhibit 1.
But I do be lying, so I might have.
Well, and I got to figure out we got to go back through and figure out what's the truth and what's the lie. Okay.
Hey, Fredo.